Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the AFC North, you know it's always one of the most competitive, intense divisions in the NFL. But lately, there's been some seismic shifts happening, and the Cleveland Browns are right at the heart of it. We've seen a lot of changes, some surprising developments, and a lot of questions about what the future holds for Cleveland and their quest to bring home that elusive Super Bowl trophy. The Browns have been building for a while now, and this upcoming season might be the one that finally puts them over the top. But what's really catching everyone's eye right now is the quarterback situation. It's a story that's been unfolding for months, and it's starting to reach a boiling point. We all know how important the quarterback position is in the NFL. It's often the difference between a winning team and one that falls short. And for the Browns, that's been a storyline that's been filled with drama, competition, and high stakes. Recently, there's been a lot of buzz around the competition between Deshaun Watson, the guy they brought in to lead them into the future, and a rising star who's been making waves in the league, Shedeur Sanders. Yes, that's right. Shedeur Sanders, the son of legendary quarterback Deion Sanders, has been turning heads with his impressive performances and confident attitude. And now, he's sending a message loud and clear amid the ongoing QB battles around the league, including in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders has always been a standout talent, even back in college at Colorado, where he showcased not only a rocket arm but exceptional decision-making and leadership skills. Now, as he transitions into the NFL, the buzz is that he's got the potential to be a game-changer, and he's making sure everyone notices. In recent interviews and social media posts, Sanders has been sending a strong message that he's here to compete, here to prove he belongs, and that he's not backing down from any challenge, especially not from seasoned veterans or highly touted prospects. This kind of confidence, combined with his natural talent, has sparked a lot of speculation about his future in the league. Some analysts believe that Sanders might be a dark horse candidate to challenge the established quarterbacks, including Deshaun Watson, who, despite his talent and experience, has faced questions about consistency and injury issues. The Browns, of course, are in a delicate situation. They invested heavily in Watson, giving him a huge contract, and they're expecting him to be the franchise quarterback for years to come. But with the NFL evolving so rapidly, and with young, hungry players like Sanders entering the mix, the pressure is mounting. And let's not forget the context of the AFC North. This division has always been fiercely competitive, with teams like the Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, and Pittsburgh Steelers consistently vying for supremacy. The Ravens, under Lamar Jackson, have been a nightmare for defenses, while Joe Burrow with the Bengals has established himself as one of the top quarterbacks in the league, leading Cincinnati deep into the playoffs last season. The Steelers, with their defensive grit and a solid quarterback in Kenny Pickett, are never to be underestimated. So any shift in quarterback dynamics could have ripple effects across the division, and Cleveland is right in the middle of it. Now, let's talk about Shedeur Sanders' style of play. The guy has a natural instincts for the game. He's got a quick release, impressive arm strength, and a football IQ that's above average for his age. Watching his highlights from college, you could see that he has a knack for making plays under pressure, threading the needle in tight windows, and reading defenses with confidence. His leadership qualities are also admirable. He's a true competitor who thrives in high-pressure situations. All of these traits make NFL scouts and teams sit up and take notice, and many believe he could be drafted in the early rounds if he continues to develop. But there's also a lot of talk about how he's handling the transition to the pros. It's one thing to dominate in college, but the NFL is a whole different level. The speed, complexity, and physicality are unmatched. Sanders knows this, and he's been working tirelessly in the offseason, refining his mechanics, studying film, and learning how to adapt to the NFL's demanding environment. His confidence is evident, but he's also aware of the challenges ahead. Still, that message he's been sending, about being ready to compete and not backing down, resonates with fans and analysts alike. It's a bold statement about his mindset, and it's exactly the kind of attitude that could propel him to stardom. Now, turning back to the Cleveland Browns, the quarterback situation is more critical than ever. Deshaun Watson, despite some ups and downs, remains the franchise's cornerstone. His contract, his experience, and his leadership are vital for the Browns' aspirations. But in today's NFL, having a backup plan or even an emerging young talent pushing for playing time is essential. It's a chess game, and the Browns' front office is certainly aware of that. They've been building a roster that's talented on both sides of the ball, with a solid defense, a reliable offensive line, and weapons like Amari Cooper and Nick Chubb, who can turn any play into a game-changing moment. But as always, the quarterback position is what everyone is watching most closely. This season, the Browns will be looking for consistency from Watson, hoping he can return to the form that made him one of the league's best. Yet, the emergence of players like Sanders, or even others in the league, keeps the pressure intense. It's a constant reminder that in the NFL, nothing is guaranteed, and every competition is a battle for supremacy. And speaking of battles, let's not forget how the Browns' defense has been shaping up. Led by stars like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward, their defense has been a cornerstone of their recent success. Last season, they finished with one of the top defenses in the league, ranking among the best in sacks, turnovers, and overall points allowed. That defense could be the key to making a deep playoff run, especially if the offense can find its rhythm with Watson or a young gun stepping up. But as we look ahead to the season, the big question remains: will the Browns be able to capitalize on this window of opportunity? Will Deshaun Watson bounce back and lead them to the promised land? Or will someone like Shedeur Sanders make a late push, challenging the established order and perhaps even forcing Cleveland to rethink its quarterback strategy? The NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so exciting. Every week, every game brings new stories, new surprises, and new opportunities for teams to rise or fall. Now, I want to take a moment to reflect on the history of the Browns. This franchise has been through so much: years of heartbreak, rebuilds, and false dawns. But each season brings hope, and the fans are some of the most passionate in the league. They've seen ups and downs, but their love for the team remains unwavering. Recently, Cleveland has been trying to build a team that can compete at the highest level, and the recent draft picks, free agent signings, and coaching hires all point to a genuine desire to finally get back to the top. And it's not just about talent, it's about the culture. The Browns have been working hard to cultivate a mindset of resilience, grit, and determination. Players like Garrett and Nick Chubb embody that spirit, and they've become leaders both on and off the field. The coaching staff, led by Kevin Stefanski, has worked tirelessly to develop a cohesive unit that can execute game plans under pressure. All these elements are critical if Cleveland wants to take that next step into serious playoff contention and ultimately Super Bowl glory. Looking at the upcoming season, there's a lot of optimism, but also some skepticism. Fans are eager to see how the quarterback battle unfolds. Will Watson return to his elite form, or will a young gun like Sanders or another emerging talent shake things up? The team's schedule is tough, with matchups against division rivals and playoff contenders, but that's what makes it exciting. Every game will count, and the Browns will need to bring their best week after week if they want to secure a postseason spot and push deep into the playoffs. It's also worth noting that Cleveland's management is very focused on building a sustainable winning culture. They've invested heavily in their draft picks, especially on the offensive line and defensive front, knowing that winning starts with a strong foundation. The team's recent draft picks, like cornerback Martin Emerson Jr. and edge rusher Alex Wright, point to a commitment to developing young talent that can make an immediate impact. These young players are hungry, eager to prove themselves, and they're playing with the kind of intensity that could be the difference in close games. Now, with all this in mind, fans are naturally buzzing about what's next. Will the Browns finally break their playoff drought and make a real push for the Super Bowl? Or will they face the same old challenges and setbacks that have haunted them in recent years? The truth is, everything is possible. The AFC North is unpredictable, and the league itself is a roller coaster of surprises. But one thing is for sure: Cleveland's got a roster full of talented, motivated players who are ready to give their all. And with the quarterback competition heating up, the stakes couldn't be higher. Every snap, every drive could be the turning point for this franchise. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this quarterback situation? Do you believe Deshaun Watson can bounce back and lead the team to greatness? Or are you excited about the potential of Shedeur Sanders and other young quarterbacks waiting in the wings? How do you see the division shaping up this year? Will Cleveland finally take that leap and compete for the top spot in AFC North? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns community. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep the Browns spirit alive together. This is more than just a team, it's a family, and we're all in this journey to glory together. Let's go Browns!